Hi guys, Abhishek Bubna here from Engulfing Bull and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about the mind, how these 7 temptations are the internal barrier to success and they actually affect your trading ability. Alright, so a lot of people talk about trading psychology. This is what it is. There are 7 temptations which I think are the most important temptations that we generally don't overcome or we do not consciously try and defeat it. Alright, but it is very important that we do take care of it and we try and resolve this before we get into really serious trading. Okay, so I'm going to give you examples obviously along with these temptations, and I hope I come across to you and you understand that how important the entire mind is for this kind of a business. Alright, so the first temptation that we have here is the temptation of impatience. Okay, how many of us have tried trading, or how many of us will try trading, and there will be times when the chart, your tool of your business has not really given you a signal or given you an indication to go and buy with a confirmation, but just because you feel it's gonna happen tomorrow anyway, so why don't I trade today and get entry at a lower level and maybe get more profits out of it. Alright, but that is not the system, right? So you're being impatient, you're having FOMO. When I say FOMO, it means fear of missing out on a trade. Alright, I would rather wait for a confirmation and then enter tomorrow with a better probability of the trade to be successful. Okay, so there is no winning in hurrying into a trade. There is no winning into being impatient. You might get lucky a couple of times, you might get some profit, but that doesn't mean that you're right. Alright. Okay, the second temptation we have is the temptation of disappointment. Alright, I keep telling everyone, whoever learns from me, whoever we've spoken to, that please do not consider this as all profit business. When I say that, I mean is don't expect 100% profit in this business. So if you take 10 trades in a month, please don't expect all 10 trades to be profitable. There is a possibility, a high possibility that one or two of your trades might go wrong. Alright, and you lose that stop loss, which is fine, which is a very minor stop loss if you do it properly. And it is okay. You should take that into consideration when you are planning your trades, when you are planning your month, when you're looking at your balance sheets, etc., etc. Alright, so there is no need to be disappointed. If you lose a trade, just move on. Wait for another opportunity and enter that opportunity and make money out of it. But do not be disappointed, because once you're disappointed, the majority of the people, the stages are like disappointment and then quitting. Okay, so don't go there. Don't go on that path. Alright, so the third temptation is the temptation of desperation. Alright, basically what it means is that you are so desperate to enter a trade that you don't really follow a system. You start listening to news, you start listening to tips, you start listening to people giving free advice. That is not the right way to get on with this business. Okay. The temptation of desperation is one temptation which actually leads you to gambling rather than, doing it as a proper business, which is not worth it, man. So I suggest that whenever you feel desperate, whenever you feel that I'm looking for a trade rather than the chart actually telling me that there is a trade that exists and please go and do it. And if you're looking for, a desperate trade, please switch off your system. Please go for a walk. Just go out of your, whatever office, home office, whatever you're using. Just go out and avoid that trade for the day. Alright, do that and you'll thank me later. Alright, the next temptation is the temptation of aggression. Alright, so this covers a lot of things I'm going to talk about. So a temptation of aggression is basically trading aggressively. Alright, so one that you feel that this trade is going to be a good trade. Obviously, whenever you enter a trade, it is the same feeling, right? This is going to be a good trade. But This time you feel that, oh no, instead of doing a certain quantity that you're used to doing, you're going to double it because you feel that it is going to be that good a trade. See, sometimes it might work, but if you overtrade, okay, if you cannot afford a position and you take it, that is the day the market will punish you. And I suggest that keep yourself to your risk management, adhere to all the principles of risk management, and do not overcome, do not cross that boundary of where you cannot afford a position and you're taking one. Alright, so I also suggest that don't take leverage if you get one. You know, to be honest, I feel that if you have money, just use the money to take trades, but don't take leverage on, like, you know, if you have, say, 1 lakh rupees, don't start trading for 4 lakh rupees intraday and stuff like that. Just follow a system and don't go in aggressively. Be calm, do a proper learning method, go slow, do like one stock when you start, have patience, then do like maybe a 5 stock, a 10 stock quantity, and then maybe get into futures and options and stuff like that. But don't jump into anything aggressively. That's not the right thing to do. So the next temptation is the temptation of hurt. Alright, I've seen a lot of traders who've tried getting into trading, and the first trade they do, they might hit a stop loss and they're so hurt. Alright, they're so hurt that they throw away the software, they stop trading, they stop looking at the stocks. These are the guys who tell the other people that, oh, you know what, stock market is for gamblers, stock market doesn't exist, forex market, you can't trade in that, commodities, you can't trade in that, and you can only be lucky. But that's not the truth, right? It's just because one small loss has affected you so much on a deep conscious level, or a deep subconscious level, that you've kind of started hating it. So please do not get hurt by your losses. There is no business where you don't get losses in, periodically or, once in a while. That's okay. Take it in your stride and move on. Alright, so there's no need to get hurt, and there's no need to spread such things that, trading is not like a real business and stuff, because I really believe I've been doing this for, now in 2020, about 13 years, 13 years, I've been doing it for a while and I know how it works. Alright, so please, instead of getting hurt, try and learn it properly and then do it. It's much easier. Don't get into these kind of temptations. Alright, so the next temptation is the temptation of thrill. Alright, this is another temptation where people consider this as a gambling. Okay, they enter stock market, they enter forex market for the thrill of it rather than really treating this as a business. Alright, they've made some extra buck. They're like, okay, Mr. XYZ has said to buy this, let me just put in money. If I get it, it's fine. If I don't get it, that's fine too. Right? They don't really care. It's okay. So they are actually looking for a thrill, and this is why they choose stock market. I suggest, stock market is not a place to seek excitement. If you want to seek excitement, please go to a casino, gamble, drink and come back. But if you want a business rather than, seeking excitement only, then please come to stock market, trade, learn how to do it and do it properly. Alright, this is my suggestion. Really don't go for the temptation of thrill. For last but not the least, the 7th temptation is the temptation of opinion. Alright, and I feel very strongly about it. You've seen me talking about it in various YouTube videos. You've seen me talking about it in my course videos, where I talk about how tips is equal to spit. Right? Tips, if you read it backwards, it is spit. I don't believe in giving tips. I feel a person should learn and do their own business, do their own trading. I feel in not even receiving tips. So if someone tells me, I know something, why don't you go and buy that? I'll open my chart. If that says that, there's a good setup and it looks good and you buy it now, I'll go and do it. But in no way I'm going to listen to anyone suggesting anything, because I am responsible for my own money, not anyone else. Alright. So please save yourself from the temptation of opinion, which is giving opinion and taking opinion of anything as well. Please go learn, do your own analysis, do your own trading, and there is nothing better than that. Alright guys, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video and share it with your friends. If you want me to make a video on something, so a topic or a strategy or a system that you'd like help in, just put it in the comment below and I'm going to get back to you. Thank you very much. See you soon.